What is up, my friends? My name is Echo, and we're back with episode 32 of The Trap, and it must look very different to you guys because everyone's new. Everyone is brand new. Everyone has been on the show before, but there is no Cleric Dragoon to be found right now. I know that we all miss him very much, but we are reformatting how the show is going to look, and I'm going to get into that in a moment. But as you can see, I have Clash Bashing with me, Lady B, Judo Sloth, and of course myself, Bash. What's going on, brother? How you doing, man?
Not much. Lady B said we're doing an ASMR stream, so I'm just really excited.
Yes, we are. That's exactly what we're doing today.
They're ruining my stream already, guys.
I love you, Echo.
Already ruining it. So
I had to.
Judo Sloth woke himself up at 3 a.m. his time just for this. So why don't we give it to Judo first? Maybe he's more on point. No, he's not.
It's 3 a.m., brother.
That's gonna be a great stream, right?
Yeah.
How's
What's
everyone
up,
doing
man?
in the chat? Welcome. I hope you guys are all having a great night. Looking forward to being a part of the spring chat moving forward. Good times.
Well, yeah, so I guess I'll just fill you guys in because no one seems to want to say much. Clash Bashing is going to be here with me on a pretty regular basis as the predominant co-host on the show, which is exciting stuff. That's why we switched things to Sunday just for him. We also are going to have Judo Sloth, Lady B, and Klaus rotating themselves in whenever they can make it, whenever they want to make it, whenever there's not guest spots to fill. So you're going to be seeing a lot of them on the show as well, which is definitely exciting stuff. We basically have a full cast of very knowledgeable, great Clash people here that you guys should be able to enjoy. So Lady B, what do you have to say?
Gosh darn it. Hi, guys. I hate when you do this to me. I don't like this part. I know I have to get prepared for it.
Yeah.
Hi. I'm happy to be here. Hi, Dave. Be nice to Echo. He doesn't like you being mean to him. Yeah.
Oh, is that?
Poor Echo.
Tell me who it is. I'll ban him now.
Oh, I do have a quick thing to say. Steven something or other. I can't remember his name now. Who won? Who won the gems, the 1K gems? Has he contacted us yet?
No, he hasn't contacted me.
Is he here today?
Can I have the gems?
No, those are not for you.
I'm running low.
I think we have to give him a deadline though, because then otherwise we go to the next. Do we
Yeah.
go to the next person?
I think that deadline's coming up really soon.
Yeah.
It's got to be a couple days. You can't just let them go forever.
No, I guess not. They're just gonna sit there in limbo. Okay. So Steven. Uh-oh. He's so evil. Don't be evil.
What's up, Judo? What's going on with you, man?
Hey, I'm doing well. Thanks for having me back on, Echo.
No problem, man. I know it's early for you, bro, but you got so much knowledge. You could just give us a little bit, and it'll still be a lot, right?
Hey, no, I'm happy to be here. Just obviously having a bit of fun before the show there.
Yeah, that was probably my fault. My bad, guys.
It's okay.
Just shout out to Judo. That dedication, waking up in the middle of the night because he had a commitment to us. Man's got to work in the morning. He's got kids to feed out here. It's a rough life.
It is a rough life. Lady B, they're saying that your mic is a little low to compare to mine. And
Is it low?
yeah, that's what they're saying.
Probably because we're doing ASMR.
Is anybody else low too, or is it just Lady B? Let me know, because I can turn everybody up.
Lowered it though.
Oh, that could be
You
it.
know what looks different though? That I'm not. My lighting looks different.
Yeah, you look very dark.
Yeah. Is it because I don't have one of my lights on? Maybe?
Probably.
I don't know.
Usually when you leave a light off, you're a little bit darker than
Yeah,
normal.
but it was fine on my stream today. Hold on.
I don't know.
Turn on a light.
Well, guys, what
Shout
we're
out
gonna
to
start,
Anime Chat.
what we're gonna start doing today, we're gonna start talking about the new things that were teased by Clash of Clans. We're talking about the Clan War League. So we're gonna talk about our speculations, which has been done already, but we're gonna talk about it a little bit live with you guys. Take any questions that you guys might have. And then we're going to get to your questions in the chat. So make sure that you definitely have those questions coming. I'm taking a look at them, and so is Bash, because he's definitely going to be copy-pasting things so we don't forget them. Right, Bash?
Hey, I was like, babe, I'm gonna be on the spring trip from now on. I need to get my copy paste skills great. That is my role.
Good. That's your role. That's all I need to do.
I am the copy pasta.
Yeah, that's so funny. So yes, we're gonna be getting to your questions. So if you have them at any point in time, make sure that you just send them in. And we're shooting for an hour show tonight, guys. So let's start it out. And I'm gonna go to, because I spoke to Lady B about this on our What's Clashing episode, what we thought of this whole new introduction of Clan War League. So I want to hear what Bash has to say about it.
Well,
what does he think it is? I don't think any of us know. What's up, Bulldog? Coming through with that donation. Thanks a lot, brother.
Bulldog hype. Let's go. 20 Canadian.
Hype in the chat.
Nice.
Nice.
So I did a full video on a speculation video of what it was, and in the middle of my video, it kind of clicked with me. You know, I was talking about how Royale has kind of a similar thing with the clan wars and all that good stuff.
Mhm.
It kind of clicked with me because they made a point to hand it to Itsu. None of us know what's going on, but they made a point to hand it to Itsu. And Itsu used to be really big into the Builder Hall, so I was like, what
No,
if this is for Builder Hall?
it can't be. That would be the
That's
biggest
what I'm
disappointment
saying.
ever.
But it makes a lot of sense. The PvP aspect would be Builder Hall. However, I feel that will kill any and all momentum in the game right now if it is for
God. That would be awful.
Oh yeah, that would not be good. Not because like I'm on Builders Hall. I don't have such a strong opinion against it as some other people do. I certainly wouldn't, jump on and play hours and hours on Builder Hall, but I'm not that against it. But I certainly would not want leagues to be in Builder Hall.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, it came to me and I was like, man, the more I thought about it after I recorded that, because I didn't have that in, as my notes. I was like, man, I really hope that that's not true.
No, that'll
be
be bad, man.
If I'm honest, I don't think they would tease it and create like hype in the community to then like drop it in Builders Hall. I think that would be a very poor choice.
I think it would be too.
I mean, my question to all three of you:
yes.
Are they aware that if they did do something as big as that or something new like that in Builder Hall, teasing it rather than the main village, would that drive people away from the game and kill all the momentum? What do you guys think about that?
I think that they are. I think they know what's going on with Builders Hall and how people feel about it. I mean,
Yeah, they know what's going on.
yeah, they're not oblivious.
Yeah.
They know what's happening with their community.
But is their pride big enough to say, let's give up on it?
No, and I'm not saying that leagues wouldn't be cool in Builder Hall. I think that would be pretty slick, but I certainly wouldn't choose that over the main base. Like,
agree.
No.
if they're putting it in Builder base, they're gonna have to put it in the main base. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's
I
up,
think,
Psycho?
Damien says Supercell were pretty strong about the updates this year being for the main village base. So he'd also be builder base
I
related.
remember that, but I also thought, and it could be my imagination, I thought I saw somewhere that, they will work on Builder Hall stuff at some point, but the main focus will be main village.
You do point out though that Itsu is big into Builder Hall base, but he's also big into Clan War Leagues.
That is
main
true.
base.
Yeah, that is true.
So that would make sense to hand it to Itsu in that case.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was there representing the war community.
The whole shift to Itsu really, I don't know, that one really just threw me off because Klaus made a really big point. Itsu, to make sure Itsu was opening, and I almost felt like that was symbolism of something.
Well,
Or I'm just, a YouTuber trying to clickbait views.
that's definitely what you do. It's a boat. What is this boat?
It's a boat. Shut up to my cat on the screen.
Itsu just came back from, recently from Finland, from the CWL championships, Champions War Leagues, Clan War Leagues. Oh my God, there's a kitty. Aw. This is where we're gonna get distracted and it's gonna go like,
Ooh, piece of
off
candy.
kilter. But I think, the symbolism could be that he just came from the Champions War League.
Wow, Adam. Adam said not to be controversial, but a lot of wars start in Germany. Maybe that was it. I don't know. I'm hoping it's something cool for the main village. And my initial thought was kind of similar to Royale. You start a clan war league or whatever, and it pulls you in with a few other clans, get points and rewards, and that's kind of what I'm hoping for. Kind of match you with similar base clans or something, like similar skill clans. That's my thoughts.
I don't really know how they can do it. I mean, I'm really kind of in the dark about it, but I do want rewards. Maybe it'll make me a war again.
Well, the trader rewards or clan game rewards would be a great fit for that. After
Exactly.
I know you quit Royale, but
yes,
there after each clan war season, you get a chest, similar to a decent chest in Royale with cards in it. So maybe we'll get a reward crate or something with 2 books of heroes.
Yeah, but you do get rewards for warring also. You finish your war, you get your loot rewards. So I feel like it has to be more than that. I don't.
Right.
But I don't know what.
I think that it would have to be potions and books. I don't know.
Books. I like books.
Be nice for something to boost your town halls as you're moving up. I just made the plunge. On
Did you?
my max.
I saw the tweet. Did you press the button?
I press a button on my max 9 that has been a max 9 since CWL started in its first season.
Wow.
Wow, that's a huge step.
What a waste
Yeah.
of time.
Oh god, yeah.
So not to distract too much, but do you think are you doing that because you think 9s are going to be done in league play soon?
Yeah, I'm already seeing them getting filtered out. I have nowhere to place my 9s. So I think if I want to continue forward and have fun, I want to play with Electro Drags. I'm sorry. Once they
They're
came
so
out,
much fun.
There's a lot of
I
that
recently got
happening
mine
right
to max.
now. Yeah, they are
They're
good.
so much fun.
I love having my 10. I think my 10 can be my 9 from now on because I enjoy it now as much as I used to enjoy 9. And I just want to move up a little bit. I want to progress. I want the Electro Drags.
Yeah.
And then eventually have 3 different town halls, get 10, 11, and 12.
As a 9, I'd rather have miners than Electro Dragons. I enjoy them more, personally.
I like
Miners?
miners for farming, but
Yes.
for war, I've been having a ton of fun with the E-Drags in war lately.
Have you? I gotta watch some of your strats then.
Well, hey, you got the strats. I copied yours. So. No, we've had a lot of
Thanks,
guys.
Bash.
We've had a lot of guys in our clan playing around with small kill squads, heroes and wreckers full of Valks or something. And then we've also had people just going full out, just E-Drags thrown in with everything. So it's been kind of fun.
Mm-hmm. Well, why don't we move on to our first question and kind of put this one behind us because we're all just speculating here. And it's from Jim M. Here's a question: does anyone else agree that we need a 6th builder?
I would pay for a 6 builder.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
probably not now, but I would have on my main when 12 first came out.
Yeah, how can you go wrong with a 6 builder? Definitely.
I would drop another $20 on it.
How much was it for the 5th builder? I don't even remember.
20.
20
well,
bucks?
2,000 gems, essentially $20.
Yeah, but you could push and get that, right? Didn't you get it?
That's the whole point. Is you can get all 5 builders free to play if you really want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It depends how you look at it. I don't think it would be a bad thing, but I think they're probably doing better things by making things speed up, by giving you the magic items and things, because that's more accessible to everyone and it's less pay to win. Not that it's pay to win, but you get what I mean.
That's a good point. And
And
that
gives
brings
success to more people.
That brings something else up. If they put a league together, and I'm kind of going back to what we were talking about, that is based on rewards, are they thinking about rewards that are going to be valuable to people that are maxed Town Hall 12 bases, or are those rewards going to be invalid to them? If you're a max 12, what do you need books or any of that stuff for?
I mean, you could sell that stuff for gems.
What do you need gems for? Just
That's
boosts?
useless. I wouldn't want that.
Your troops.
Gem your armies.
Yeah. Then you don't have to wait during war. That's mostly what I use gems for.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of my accounts, I'll boost whenever war starts or when I'm going for war. I'll just boost everything for the hour to get my hits in. I don't know.
I mean, before we move on from the clan war leagues thing, did you happen to see the video that I shared in our little chat, Echo, from 3 years ago? I put out a video on my idea for tournaments in the game.
I did see that. Yep.
I think that would be awesome. I mean, it's not necessarily leagues, so I don't think that's the idea, but basically just give us tournaments built into the game whereby the search for war just takes longer. So you'd match 8 clans together. I don't see how that would be a big thing to add to the game. And then you'd have a week, let's say, near enough, of wars back to back.
I've seen a lot of people speculating that where they think it could be
I can't see how that would be so difficult to put in.
They're calling you the prophet.
I think the matching
The
for the
prophet.
difficult part, matching the breakdowns with similar war weight of 8 clans. I mean, it already takes our clan. I don't know about you guys. When we're spinning midweeks, that's all we do is midweeks, but it would be midweeks for war people. It's taken us a long time to find matches with decent breakdowns. So just imagine
Takes us
the
a
wait
couple of
time.
hours.
Yeah.
Exactly. But I think, if I'm honest, I think I'd be happy to wait 8 times as long if it meant that we had something like that.
It would be cool to see an end game tournament system. I agree with that.
Yeah. Well, it just brings out that more competitive league style of stuff too, a different way of taking it.
Yeah.
I like it.
One thing that I thought about this as well that I hope does come to the game, I think would be awesome, but I hope it's not the only thing that's coming, is how many people out there just go to War Match to see the leagues? You know, that it's a fantastic site, but it basically pulls data from Clash of Clans onto an external website. Why would they not have a separate tab in the game where you can just click on that and it pulls up all of the leagues? You can click the results. You know, think of Elite Gaming versus DLZ that just happened. You click the league, you'd see that. You could click the clan itself, and you'd get direct into the clan there where you could see all the information, apply if you wanted to join. Like, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, you can get player stats there too, which would be really cool. Just like pop up, look up things, and I think that would be a good idea. But you're right.
You can almost like take the news tab and For You tab and almost utilize them a little bit more.
Would be nice.
I was thinking that would just be. Yeah, absolutely. I was thinking it'd just be in the, next to like the top clans and things like that, or where people look for the trophies at the moment. There'd just be a separate tag,
like a league. So so you have like the worldwide, the national, then like the league.
Judo, you want to take that question right there from Adam in the chat? A random question for Judo. What league was the EG versus DLZ war in?
Yeah, I can't remember. I think it was a little crummy one or something. I can't remember.
A little crummy one.
No, you completely know I'm joking. You completely know I'm joking. Clash Cup League, for anyone that wasn't watching. It's heating up. It's really, really exciting now.
Shameless promotion. Now we know why Adam's.
I was gonna say, was Adam just doing that to get some promotion?
Yeah, he was, but we all do that. How many people jump into a stream for a minute? It's like, hey.
That's all I do is stay in stream for a minute.
I do that all the time.
Just make sure you don't go into his chat and shout out your own stream.
Well, he had another good question. Was before he went to sleep, if you could triple one other person in Clash of Clans, who would you want it to be, and who would you most like to 3-star? Or I guess that's the same part. Why did I put two Who do you want to triple in Clash of Clans in the community? I'm thinking about it also.
Might need to think on that. It's that
was my
what I was thinking too.
I want to take down the beast. Like he's the original gangster at this point, right?
I mean, that was my first thought too, but I thought it was kind of generic.
Who says that?
I don't know. Me.
He's the OG, not the original gangster.
Gosh. I brought it old school. That's
you
all.
Did. Just bring it full funny. So good. I said it's well. Now it's because Adam asked this question weird. I kind of want to triple Adam. Also, we just faced blame Adam, and I don't think he was in that war. So, I need to triple Adam.
3 Strikes just played against them too. Warred against them.
Judo.
Yeah, I'd probably say Itsu, especially after that builder-based tournament that we had.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
Oh, I know. I'm still like a little bit.
You need some
salty
vengeance. I like it. Echo, how about you? Who would you want to triple in the community?
I'd probably want a triple power bank so I can make a good video about it. His base is probably dead too, so his CC is probably empty. So I'd go try and triple him.
You'll probably get a million right off of that.
Thanks, Bash, by the way, for actually jumping on a question in the chat, man. I'm not used to that kind of thing happening. You're doing a nice job.
Oh,
man. He came through with a donation, says, forget leagues. Let's talk about the real issue. Dating site in Clash of Clans. After all global, I see he wants a girlfriend. What?
Yeah, we have talking about.
If you ever go to global, you get guys. Any girls here? Like what? I think that's the joke he's making. Is global the dating scene. I did see a question.
Are you girl?
Yeah, if you have a female name, I feel bad for you in the game. When I get on my Megan account, sometimes I just go and just chat global. Like, how you think boys doing today?
Oh God.
So this was a question. He said it was for me, but I think could be for all of us. Really, it was. I recently shared a video where the queen was beating on a wall rather than taking the jump spell that was up for almost 10 seconds. The jump spell we counted, I think it was 9 or 10 seconds. The queen insisted on beating on the wall rather than going 4 steps over and jumping over the wall and causing 3-star. But do you think that Supercell should work on stuff like that Queen AI, Hero AI, Troop AI, or do you think that's the kind of the random aspect? I'm kind of growing on this question, by the way. Do you think that's part of the random aspect that makes the game and war a little bit, kind of unpredictable? What are you guys' thoughts on that? Would you like to see improvement where the heroes and troops are making better decisions like there? Thoughts?
For me, I know that the randomization tends to help against modding issues, at least from what I understand. That makes it a little bit more difficult for programs to predict.
That does make a lot of sense.
So, in that aspect, I think it's good for the game to have the randomizations, but there are some times where just, gosh darn it, why is that queen beating on the wall?
So in the attack in question, my queen, in the same compartment, the jump spell could have got her out to the wizard tower. One wizard tower up, my queen has low hit points. She's beating on the wall. The wizard tower is beating down on her. And she eventually goes down because literally the jump spell is up for 9 or 10 seconds, and she stayed on the wall and let him take her down. Judo, Echo, thoughts?
I mean, I don't think it's one of the main problems in the game right now. Do you? Do you think it's
I think, honestly, even though I was salty about not getting the 3-star, I think that's part of the game, honestly.
Yeah.
No, not at all. I made a whole point of putting it at the start of my video instead of emphasizing the Town Hall 10 triple strategies in the video. I wanted to emphasize my fail. But I think it's part of the game. I think that's kind of something that makes it a little, to help with modding, like Lady B said, but makes it a little bit more unpredictable and adds that kind of, that sucks moment,
Yeah, I have enough of those.
Sometimes it'll go your way as well.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we've seen other places where the queen will stop beating on that wall, go out, and go take down a building. So it kind of goes both ways.
Yeah.
Sorry
that happened to you, Bash.
I wasn't bitter at all, I promise.
No,
I promise.
Sir Ty has a question for Bash and Judo, because he's heard the answer from both of us, Echo. Okay. He said he heard from Lady B and Echo, so Judo and Clash, Bash. How do you feel about ready soon as you fill in clan donation in war? It's something I think that we had discussed on our question, our 1K giveaway that was brought up about adding in, once you add in your CC, once it's done, you can click a ready button and set it. And then as soon as both sides were set to be ready, the war would automatically spin. So you would eliminate any additional wait time.
So basically, like, as you were done filling up your CCs.
Mm-hmm. As just both sides ready. Are done, you be ready, and then it spins once both sides are ready.
Shout out Spiral in chat, by the way. I like that, but for me personally, I spent a lot of my wars based on my stream schedule. A lot of my wars kind of... So I guess I could see where that would be good and bad. I guess, not everyone's streaming. If I wasn't streaming, I would love that feature. Let's get the war rolling. But also I could see negatives to it, whereas I've seen some of my top guys say we start the war early, we start at 4 p.m. All my 12s are working at 4 p.m., so they're not able to get their hits on at the end of war where you'd like to have the 12s in. So I could see ups and downs to both of it. What do you think, Judah?
Yeah, I agree. That's pretty much going to be my answer. I probably wouldn't like to see it. I think it would be a good, it's a good idea, but you can't control when they click to accept. So you might click to accept that, and then, you might have to wait 6 hours until they click accept. And then for you, that's in the middle of the night, half of your clan are sleeping, it's then a little bit more difficult to attack strategically throughout the day. I suppose you've always got that random element based on the spin, but at least you've got 24 hours to kind of adapt your plan as a clan. So I think it would just be difficult in that you can't control when they click accept, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and I think not a lot, but I think a good majority of clans, when they spin a war, it's that kind of time works for that clan.
Yeah, they already have the timing planned out.
Yeah, you have that expectation that it's going to be at a certain time, that you have to be prepared to go whatever schedule you have.
I could see it being good for just, casual clans that aren't league clans that just want to get as many wars in as they can. They're not crazy serious. Thank you, Champman Gaming, for becoming a member. I appreciate that, brother. Let's get some hype in the chat for him.
I pressed my hype button again. I'm trying to hype you up.
None of your stuff works here.
I'm trying with my stream deck, man. I pressed my hype button.
Oh man, I love the Stream Deck. It may be one of the
me
favorite
too.
things I've bought.
So much fun.
All right, let's get on to another question. Are we still working on that one?
I think we're good.
Okay,
Ups
cool.
and
I think
downs
we're
to
good.
it, both.
Divine Joseph asked all of us, except for you, Lady B, because he already knows the answer. Are any of you going to be in the CWL? He knows that Lady B is in.
Yes.
I'm not going to be in CWL.
I think
Are you
Judah
going to
would
be
probably have the
streaming
biggest
as
shot.
well,
Yeah, no, I'm working a lot more on my abilities at the minute. I definitely not this season, but potentially I would like to try and get a bit more into league play. But I just feel at the moment that I haven't got the time in terms of content, and it's really hard to keep up with your attacking skills when you do that much content. And I feel that's something I've lacked on for quite a while now. So I'm starting to do more streams, just literally doing my attacks, planning my attacks down. So it forces me to put more effort in, and that's how I plan to get better. I wouldn't want to join without feeling I could add to Elite Gaming, which at the minute I probably couldn't.
Yeah, I mean, I talk about that all the time. When you create content, it's hard to find time to put in that plan. Like, you could get in a random war and just throw a hit together, but if you're in CWL or any league at that, you want to put in that time to plan, and it's just, for me, it's not there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just naturally a 3-star god, so I wouldn't want to take that and ruin the league, So,
Yeah.
no,
Except for when your queen's pounding on the wall, right?
you random AI, I'll probably try to do content for CWL this season, I'm sure, but as far as being in actual action, I was previously with Black Apple, but I don't foresee that this season. However, Mad Ram, my home clan, we are going to be trying to get into the MLCW, which is kind of just under CWL, which we're looking forward to that. Hopefully, getting in and doing our first league season, which will be awesome.
Congrats, man. That's awesome.
Hopefully. We'll see. We got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, well.
Shout out to everyone in chat, by the way.
Yeah, we got a nice group. Everyone's stopping in. I see
Yeah, I saw
Riggs
Halo.
coming in. Who else came in
Can
here?
I-
Halo's in the house.
Can I give shout outs though? I know you guys know I'm going to be in CWL, but I got to give a shout out to 11 Original. Oh my God. I'm so excited. This is our first season in CWL. We just made it through. I'm sorry, shameless here. But we won GWL and MLCW, that division there, moving into Apex, and it's going to be super hype. But shout out to Guantanamo Bay, that's going to be in there as well. I'm super excited for that. That's my old team. And you just might see me maybe, I don't know, hanging around them a little bit.
Are there any other shout outs you'd like to give Lady B before we move on?
Anything else?
Anything else you'd like to talk about? Personal stuff?
Hey, I do this before, I should do it at the end. I'm sorry. I don't say that stuff at the end. Okay,
Someone, Marco C just asked, when's Darian coming on the Spring Trap? I did talk to Darian. He does want to come on. He was just checking with his people over there in Finland what he could talk about with this new stuff coming to the game and when he could get on. Haven't heard back yet, but he did tell me he wants to come. So hopefully soon. I'm hoping that this week we can squeeze him in, or he can make it on, I guess. But we'll have to see. I'll definitely let you guys know on Twitter when
Riggs
something
came
comes
in
through.
the house. What's going on, Riggs?
What's up, Riggs?
I just need to know stuff, man. Why am I in the dark, man? I just need to know what this is. I guess
How long are we going to be in the dark for?
That's the downside of
Yeah.
supposedly being in the know, but not being in the know.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like, all of us in the show right now have NDA. We're in that chat with Supercell knowing what's coming to the game, and none of us have any idea what this is.
Right. Yeah. That's what someone said to me. It was like, hey, man, you could tell me. I'm not going to, which I would never, by the way, I would never tell a leak. But I'm like, bro, I swear I have no idea what's coming in. Either way, I wouldn't be able to tell you.
Yeah.
But it's so weird being in the dark on this one.
I mean, you get hit up.
You guys are in the dark? You don't really know?
Well,
Yeah,
I'm
funny.
Lady B.
Oh,
Yeah, of course she knows.
I should keep my
Judo's over there
You
looking
should.
like, oh, crap, they're in the dark. Yeah, be in the dark, too.
Yeah. He's saying, I'm just tired. It's 3 a.m. I'm tired. But really,
Focus on
he's
it.
just keeping his mouth shut.
Oh, man.
You never know. Okay, Darian said at the trap that you will want to build all your defenses by the end of the war. We assumed it was about clan operations. Could it be for clan war leagues?
A default?
Can you repeat that again?
I could repeat that
I
again.
got confused.
Darian
Okay.
said on one of the previous traps that he was on that we would want to build up our defenses by the end of the year. Basically, not have those rushed bases, have our bases nice and strong for our town hall levels. And everyone assumed that it was for clan operations because remember that was teased about a clan going in against a big power base. And this person's asking if instead of it being for that, power base, could it be for these clan war leagues?
Ooh, that
Could have something to do with that.
Possibly. I mean,
would make sense.
Is it a necessity though that they're all maxed out? Only because don't we see like we have tiers within leagues the way they're structured now? So I don't know.
So my thought was, they already work so closely with like CWL. Would they kind of pull the rug out from under CWL by doing an in-game type of league, like similar to CWL, MLCW, NDL, all that good stuff? Or would they want to kind of keep that what it is and this be something completely different? That was another thing I was thinking about. I don't think they would basically pull the rug out from under the established leagues already because they seem to work with those guys.
Mm-hmm.
Well, think
Yeah,
about
that's
who
why I
was.
was thinking... Sorry.
Now you go, man.
I was just going to say, that's why I was thinking that they might indeed just pull in the information, bit like what I was saying from War Match, and put that in the game. But then I think that would be really poor to try and hype up like this to then just put that in. But I'm sure they don't want to, take anything away from the brilliant leagues that we already have.
Right.
But I don't think it would. I think as long as they kept it simple because they can't have this too hardcore because it needs to be accessible for everyone. So it might just be that it's very simplified in the game itself, and then we still have the external leagues. I don't think they would take away from them.
It could be, honestly, it could be a casual league for people that aren't involved in league, and for everyone that is already in league, it's nothing that we'd even be interested in because we're already in or you guys are already in a more serious league. Like for us and for CWL, NDL, AWL people, it could mean nothing really. And it's just for the 95% of other players in the game that don't play in league, so they can get into some type
true.
of. It may have nothing to do with us.
A lot of CWL is a lot of clan families, and it's really hard to get into these leagues, and you have to do 36 steps plus fill out that form. You forgot that form, so you're actually going to have to go back to step 32. It's just really a pain. So maybe it's just going to be a simplified way of kind of bringing people together to give that league experience for the more casual player.
Yeah, and another thing that Darian said in the past, and this is coming to me now, that there were going to be two big things this year, and one of them was Town Hall 12, and the other one we were all assuming was this operations thing. So if this new clan war thing turns to be something big, that could be what he was talking about the whole time. It may not actually be,
It's so hard. Like, Darian's so good at throwing up smoke screens and, hey guys, that E is coming, and then everyone's like, E is this and E is that, and this was an E, so E's already. Smoke screens are really good, so I don't know what to believe anymore.
Yeah. I don't know either.
It's rough. It is rough.
You're getting me nervous about this whole discussion.
Because you're not allowed to say anything, right?
Yeah, I'm
She
going to
knows
say
the
the wrong
answers.
thing.
We're,
I know.
we're getting close, Echo. We're getting
I know
close.
it all.
Keep poking around.
Poking
We're
the bear.
getting close.
Don't poke
Look,
the
I
bear.
just hope that it's accessible for everyone. We all know that a lot of Clash players don't even want the pressure of adding competing in the big leagues and things like that. I hope it's accessible for the more casual players of the game as well. That's what I hope.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because we already have them high level competitive leagues. No one's going to take away from them. So I just hope this is accessible for everyone.
Oh, Spoopy.
I think we're all looking at that same comment.
Is General Tony are we ever gonna get Tony on? That would be amazing.
What's up, smoke screens? Sucky or woohoo? Halo. Thanks for the donation,
Ooh,
brother.
Sucky. Smoke screens are sucky. I just want to know everything, Halo. Hey, hold on, does Halo know? Tell
Halo
me,
might know. You never know.
Managing that expectation, though, isn't
Yeah.
it? Managing expectations.
Well, and that's something that's been talked about before, is where not a lot, but some game companies will show what's coming next month, whereas Supercell loves the mystery and keeping everyone in the dark until it's go time, pretty much. And it's kind of a weird thing when you look at other companies. But I guess it kind of works for them because when an update does drop, you can see like on Google Trends and stuff, that spikes up pretty well anytime an update comes out.
Yeah, I'm ready for a monthly update out of Clash of Clans. To be honest, it would help all 4 of us out.
I'm not complaining.
Yeah.
I like the mystery.
You like the mystery?
Don't
Me. No.
Don't get mad at me. I like the mystery.
Well, as a
because it's
mystery,
exciting.
but
Because I watched, I watched the 6th anniversary event, and I don't know, I wasn't really expecting anything. I just wanted to watch it. I wanted to see what was going on. I wanted to see the players there, our friends that are, out there, the people that we've worked with. And then all of a sudden at the end, I just see that thing pop open, and, it's like Clan War Leagues. Oh my God.
I almost missed it. I was ready to click off, and then Klaus, wait,
Yeah. It's exciting.
Yeah, it was pretty exciting.
It is exciting.
It builds the hype.
My first thought was, let's clickbait this, Daddy Hill. Let's go. I was like, well, I started digging around. I'm like, did I miss something? Like,
There's a present. There's a present.
I thought I missed something. I thought I missed like an announcement. I'm like, when was this announced? What is this? I don't know. It's exciting, but I like knowing things.
Well, as people that we think we're brought onto the inside, I feel like I want to know this stuff. I don't want that surprise anymore. I want to know so that I can prepare and do stuff for it. If I didn't want to know.
So you can prepare your videos a year in advance?
Look, Echo, I'm sure.
A year in advance? No.
Echo and Echo, I'm sure you both remember anytime an update came out, when the actual update sneak peeks came out, whenever all the big guys released their stuff, you'd go and scour their videos, quickly throw one together, edit. I remember those days, so it is convenient, but at the same time, I do like the suspense a little bit. I kind of agree with Lady B there. The suspense is kind of fun, but also being in the know is good, too. Got to have your cake and eat it, too. Also, what do you guys think about the new cake? The blueberry cake?
It's cute.
I don't love it.
It's like a blueberry cheesecake.
You don't love it? Is that what you said?
No, I don't love it. It was just the old cake. They just changed the colors and put a slice in it.
Yeah, so I'm missing that slice finally. It's nice. You can have that.
I mean, it's okay. I mean, are we gonna have cakes all around our base now? Every year, a new cake?
Yeah.
Well, that's what I said. Next year will be lemon cake.
What about a 5-tier cake?
Ooh, maybe a tiramisu?
I like cannolis.
That might look like a pile of duty, though.
Yeah, that's true. It might fit in, Put it over by the clan games, the horses.
Little mud pie.
Oh.
That's true, Spiral, it is. All right, we got Daryl asking, how do you convince, I like this question, how do you convince an old school clan that Go Wipe is trash? I've been 3-starring Town Hall 10s a lot with Bo Witch and Falcon. They say I'm lucky. Bo Witch, I mean...
What? That's a real conversation people have to have?
Go Wipe is OP. I still love that strategy. That's my go-to war strat.
After our challenge video, I'm not that surprised. No, I'm just kidding, Echo. I love you.
I used to like him.
Well, see, I see people, they'll run Go Wipe and throw bowlers in there, and it kind of works sometimes. And really, with the Go Wipe, you're getting lucky, I feel.
Hi, Sam.
I don't know. That's just my thought on it.
I don't know about lucky, but it's certainly, you're going to struggle with the defenses towards the back end, and that's where, that's where attacks started to develop between 2 and 3-star attacks, didn't they? I just feel like it's a good strategy for people to learn the basics. You can teach funneling and some of the basic principles of Clash very well with that attack strategy, and then develop from there. So it still has an important role for me. Not, it doesn't have to be Go Wipe. It could be anything, but them key principles that people learn when they're first starting out an attack, you can learn really well from Go Wipe. It kind of bridges that gap. You can't just go from beginner to Laloon expert. You've got to have some middle ground. So
we recently ward a clan that was like a level 15 or 16 clan, and most of their guys ran Go Wipe, so I guess I shouldn't be so surprised.
I mean, why is Go Wipe, like, it's the strategy that everyone knows. New players, it's the one that everyone knows. Go Wipe.
Because it became like an OP strategy that people were just...
4 years ago?
Back before you had to 3-star everything to win.
It just gotta... Yeah.
Yeah.
2 stars win wars, Echo.
I'll work on it, man. I'll get there.
But you're you're right. It is like you learn the basis of funneling with something along those lines, and it's worth knowing. Other than just talk about witches.
Go white
Dirty
people.
witches.
I like Halo's first comment. You tell them it's trash.
Go away, Eagles pick from
Bash,
the
do you have a Go White video on your channel? Somewhere in the depths of your channel?
Probably like years ago, yeah.
Yeah.
I would imagine.
We got Bulldog sponsoring the channel. Thank you so much, brother. Let's get some
Members.
hype in there for him. That
Don't
may
have
be.
sponsors anymore, members.
Yeah, members. Yeah. You know, my last stream, I kept on messing that up. How do you? It doesn't make sense. I like sponsoring better. But
Well, you're joining an exclusive.
you joined
Echo
the
game.
Hey, at least it's working, Echo. Yours could be busted like mine.
Oh no,
Poor
no.
Judo.
Judo, feel free to come stream on my channel.
YouTube just literally, yeah, we're fixing it. Honestly, it'll be done.
You can't get subs?
4 months later.
Oh boy, that's tough. Feel free to stream on my channel, man, until it's all worked out. Okay?
You give me that stream key. I'll be streaming on there later tonight.
That was good. That's
That's
so
in what
nice
it'll
of you,
be.
Echo.
I look out for my my people here, man.
Oh, absolutely. I've always known Echo to look out for people. That's for sure.
Why are you saying that with sarcasm, man?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. Like I just made you seem like the dirtiest person ever.
You totally
I'm
did.
so sorry. like Echo behind closed door. Echo's so shady. And, no, Echo's genuinely a nice guy.
Yeah. No one believes you now. No one believes that now.
I just ruined your
You
whole
ruined me.
reputation.
There goes my sub count,
Oh
man.
my god.
All right, we've had, I don't remember who asked this question, but they asked it about 5 times in the chat. The last
The
12
99%
wars.
question.
Yeah, they keep
I
asking.
haven't copied. I was just waiting to get to it.
I've been between 91 and 99% every war base that I hit. My question is, how do I use my war time better?
Just bow witch and you'll get through the base in a minute. No time needed.
Bring cleanup troops?
I guess it depends on strategy. I see a lot of queen walks that'll go down to the wire as far as time. Because you walk the queen just a little bit too long. Clean up troops like Lady B said. Judo, you're really good with war strats. What do you think?
Yeah, it depends. It depends on, we can't just take that question and give you a direct answer. It depends on a lot of different factors. Cleanup troops is obviously, the answer we can give you in terms of that, but it might just be that your efficiency of, knowing when your kill squad is essentially done what they need to do and they're safe and you can start the next portion. It might just be recognizing when you can transition to the next phase of the attack. It might not even be a kill squad. It might be just that you need to be a bit more efficient in transitioning through your, the sections of your attack. But it's very difficult to answer that question without seeing your attacks, essentially.
See, Halo agrees with me. Just spam it up. Bow witch spam for days.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, a lot of times, like, say I'm doing like a Gobo Lalo or even a Go Hobo with hogs. Like as soon as my hogs or loons clear out that portion, I'll drop in those extra couple archers and minions that I bring. So maybe just getting your cleanup in faster would help. I don't know. And
also, I mean, like, it's not. You can even use your defensive troops as that cleanup, so you have it as backup in case there's a troll Tesla in the corner. Like Judah said, it really depends on a bunch of factors what you're looking at. If you're doing a Lalo or a hog attack, you have a troll Tesla in the corner, a couple of defenses on the back end, where you could have just added in a hog or a loon or a couple of them that you saved from your larger pack. That can save your attack as well. Sometimes it's distracting the other defenses, so it'll depend on that situation. But
always watch those corners.
Watch those corners. Watch your pathing, especially as things are going to the back end and knowing that you might need something to distract. Like that giant, just saying.
Yeah.
How do you finish clan games and push trophies?
Do the Builder Hall clan game spiral.
Good point.
What's the question?
Like you finish clan games and push trophies. I mean, there's a lot of... I guess don't always just take a clan game just to take it. Just find one that fits what your needs are.
Yeah, there's even donation ones that make it pretty easy. Thanks for the donation, by the way.
I like that one. Good transition.
That was on the fly.
I think they've done a good job from when clan games first came out at it allowing you to push. Now there's a lot more higher based clan games than when it first came out.
Yeah. And, just wait for the proper clan game that fits, wait for one of those ones that, get 200,000 gold or whatever. Those ones are super easy to finish when you're pushing because those bases, you find have a lot of loot on them. So just find ones that fit your strategy, find clan game ones that are easy, or just wait. Don't always feel like you have to take a clan game. That's been my experience. Sometimes if there's not one up, I'll take one and delete it just to get it out of the queue. You have to wait 10 minutes, and then 20 minutes, and then 30 minutes. But
That's a good point.
Make sure that you also hit the actual clan game before you start doing what you plan on doing.
Yeah.
Make sure you pick the clan game.
I may or may not have picked, or actually didn't pick, the spell one and started gemming spells to get it over and done with, and then realized I didn't click it.
Feels bad.
Yeah,
I've done that a few times.
I gotta go do my clan games now tonight while I still have time.
What are our favorite attack strategies and why?
That's easy
Marblin.
for me. Kill squad hogs. I actually like Falcon too, even with the siege machine.
Oh, Falcon.
I like it with the siege machine because
I'm so sick of
you're.
Falcon. I'm not a huge Falcon fan, and I haven't used it. And then I went to practice Falcon because we were in a decent spot in war. And why I said watch the corners is because there was a troll Tesla in the corner that I didn't see when I scouted the base. Watched the replay, and it pulled all my Valks over there, and then they went along the side of the base. I was just over it. So I'm done with the Falcon.
Isn't it funny how you remember your messed up attacks, but you never really remember those
I couldn't
great
tell
ones?
you the last time I 3-starred. And now I just sound like a bad attacker. Favorite attacks for me,
That's my job,
I love
man.
Lumion for farming. Bow Witch right now, I'm loving, but also E-Drags on my 12. E-Drags have been fun with balloons in there. Echo?
I like miners for farming, which is what I primarily do. But when I was trophy pushing, so I don't really war much anymore, Bow Witch worked well, but it's so expensive. So it'd be more of a war hit. Even.
Yeah, you just gotta come war with us.
I'll war with your clan, because if I fail, I don't feel like, too
you're
bad
gonna hear
about
about it. We're a serious war clan. We take our war just because we're not in a league. We take our war serious. Or at least that's what I tell everyone else until I fail, and then guys, casual clan.
What else do we have? You got any more
Question?
questions for us, Bash, or should I keep looking here?
What are your thoughts on the matchups in general? This was from Dynamite 2. What are your thoughts on the war matchups in general, particularly the wars that include engineered bases? So are you guys still seeing a lot of engineered bases when you're spinning? I mean, I spin my clan wars and see it. Most of the breakdowns have been good. Every once in a while, we'll see a bad matchup with some engineered, but usually when we face an engineered clan, it's just an easy win for the most part. Some engineered clans have gave us a good run from our money, but for the most part, engineered clans tend to be an easier matchup for us.
That's funny because it's supposed to be opposite, obviously.
I know, right?
I think the tides are changing, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't see
they give us those easy 3-stars down low, and then our top is our strongest part, I feel. So.
And there you go. That makes up for it.
Strong tops,
Yeah.
Oh, man.
What are your thoughts on war matchups in general, particularly the wars? Is this the one you just read?
That's literally the one I just. Come on, Echo.
Sorry.
We've never had like that bad of a matchup, to be honest. You get them every once in a while, but when you do come against the fully fledged engineering clans, no one that is top of their game is trying to do that. So like Bash said, often you can take them down anyway because you've got the skills.
Yeah, exactly.
You
Usually if you're
skills.
running decent breakdowns, you'll be able to outmatch an engineering clan.
Lady B, do you want to take Sam's question?
Yeah. I lost it there. Hold on a second. Okay, there it is. Hi, Sam. He has a serious question here. If in some magical world you had never downloaded Clash and you weren't a Clash of Clans content creator, I mean, that would be impossible anyway if you never downloaded Clash, what would you be doing with your free time? I'm going to open the floor to you guys first.
Candy Crush right here.
I don't doubt
Strategy
that.
guides for
Candy Crush, the name of Echo's favorite movie.
I mean, I was heavy into Call of Duty and things before I downloaded Clash and got into mobile, so I guess I'd still be on Xbox.
Yeah.
I would
Good
probably
point.
be more of a console gamer as well. Call of Duty. I'd probably be playing Fortnite more than I do. Fortnite or PUBG.
Farmville.
I'd still be on console. I was always Xbox. I'd be crying that Fable never came out.
Or maybe
next release.
Maybe Royale still gets released in this universe, and now I'm just a Royale content creator.
No way.
Yeah, I can't. I'm so bad at Royale. I can't do that. Although I did get to 4,600 this season.
Leave my
Wow,
Kane
nice.
Kane Sports.
Echo would be on tender. Jeez, movie.
Spoovy's quickly gonna lose his mod.
Halo.
status.
I just don't. Honestly, Halo. I don't have the time to put in to get better at Fortnite. Like, I want to, but I haven't even picked up Fortnite lately.
You don't need to get good, man. You just gotta build sky bridges, bigger sky bridges.
That's
man.
true. I mean, that was a fun video.
That was. It's the only one I ever put out, and that was it.
when mobile first came out.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm scared.
What do you guys think? Do Town Hall 9s, should they be allowed to use the siege machines?
No.
That's the last question I have.
Simple answer.
The Town Hall 9s are already OP. They don't need that.
No.
No.
Dude, 10s need siege machines. Let's make it. Do you think it's too OP for Town Hall 10s because it has helped increase the Town Hall 10 triple rate?
I think that's good though.
Well, I agree. It is good, but is it too good?
I would
No,
like to see.
I don't think so.
I'd like to see changes to it so that 11 gets the full benefit of it, but 10 gets like a limited benefit of it. So where
Maybe
you
not
might
full max.
somebody had suggested this previously in a discussion, and where you can use the siege machine, but it doesn't hold the CC troops.
Oh.
So you just get an extra perk as you go up. The 10 you get the base of it, so you can use the Zeppelin as a tank. You can use the Wall Wrecker.
Poor
as a
wall
tank.
breakers never getting a break. Wall breakers are never going to be good again. Town Hall 9 and down. That's it.
I'm okay with that. I wall breaker fail all the time. It's why I always do double jump strategies.
Texas.
So let me ask you, instead of complicating it like that, why would they not just nerf the level 1 machines a little bit more so that they weren't as powerful at 10, and then it just didn't add that extra complication in?
Well, why level 1? Don't we all get maxed at this point?
Well, that's.
Oh,
I
true.
think
Yeah,
it's
when they're
limited,
donated. Yeah,
so
that's.
only a 10
Yeah,
gets
forget I
Town
even
Hall
said
1.
that. Forget I even said that.
I'll never forget.
Yeah.
Or just take away the donation then. Take away, because I was surprised when it actually did donate to max level. I got to be honest with you.
So
I didn't think
take
it was
away
going
the
to do
perk
that.
where it goes up.
So take away the perk of.
Yeah, but then
that would
people will
solve
still
that
get
problem.
it. People will still eventually get it to 3. I think you'd have to maybe Town Hall 10 cap it at 1, Town Hall 11 cap it at 2.
Yeah, just cap it at Town Hall 10. You can only get a level 1 siege machine.
Nerf the HP maybe a little bit because honestly, like I take way less tanks because I just take a siege machine.
Oh yeah. Well, it's a tank within a tank, right?
Yeah, exactly. You don't
You
need
can be.
those extra tanks. Just throw the kill squad in behind and triple everything.
Yep. We have a question that just came through. Do you think Town Hall 10 or Town Hall 11 is easier? Because in my opinion, the Warden makes a huge difference.
I don't have an 11 right now, so I'm not sure. I think 10 is super easy right now.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say super easy, but 10 is a lot easier than it was with siege machines.
Yeah, I think the whole plan that Supercell has is to make 10
New
the
knife.
easiest of the 3 in your league wars, and
Yeah.
11 a little bit more difficult, and 12 the hardest.
10
Although,
is
remember
fun,
the days like months ago when you would go to a clan and they'd only have a couple of 10v10 triples in a war, like 2,
Yeah.
and now
Yeah.
there's 10 in every war.
It was
You'd
like
never
12 to
see an
20%.
11v11 triple.
Yeah,
That siege machine made a huge difference.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Giga Tesla, too OP or just right with the Giga Bomb, like the maxed out Giga Tesla? You think it's too OP? You think it's good? You think it's needs a buff? I think that's
I think-
absolute crazy talk.
In my opinion.
What did you say, Judah? I'm sorry.
I think it's good in my opinion. I think it forces you you have to have a plan for it. You can't just YOLO against the Max Giga Tesla. So I think it's good in that regard.
I don't play it, so I can't really comment too much. But from watching Wars, I think it's at a pretty decent level.
Yeah, I like it. I think it adds balance to 12, and I think it'll help the 12 hit rates when more people get it. It is a lot harder having to plan for that, especially like say you are going with like a bow witch. It will take out a chunk of bowlers and witches without a problem, and then there goes your whole attack. So I like it where it's at. I like the bomb a ton. The only way you can get through the bomb is with the Warden's ability. I like that a lot. It changes a lot of the plans for those max bases.
Mm-hmm. But it can be done. You have the warden with you, and it's not a big
Absolutely.
deal. So you have to really
Absolutely.
plan with it. Sam actually asked a decent question, and it's from What's Clashing. Lady B and I just had that giveaway contest where people were submitting ideas for Clash of Clans, and Sam had an idea which I actually liked a lot. Lady B was on my stream reading out a bunch of these ideas, and his idea was people could donate to basically this pool of troops, and when you needed troops, you can go to the pool and take what you want. I thought it was a great idea. Why didn't we choose that idea? I think it was because Sam said that he really didn't want to win. He just wanted to suggest his ideas. I thought that was a really good idea. That would have probably been in my top ideas out of the 400.
That was my top. That was one of my top ideas actually as well. But then we did start seeing a couple of similar ideas in the chat, and that's why we didn't go with it, because it wasn't technically a unique idea, Sam.
Because Sam stole the idea from someone else that said it before him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we've seen that one around quite a lot. I mean, my feeling on that is it would just take away the. It's practically really good, but I think in terms of the game, part of donating to your friend is it adds to that social interaction. It adds to the clan and that kind of personal level, and that would just be gone if you didn't have the donations directly. I know that's practically that doesn't really mean anything, but I think for the game as a whole, the whole social interaction side of things is massive. So, yeah,
That's a good point. That's a good point.
I think
You want
that would
more
be the
social,
main-
less.
The main reason that wouldn't go through is because it's supposed to be Clash of Clans, being interactive. When I get on to my 12 and donate to my 10, I really feel that bond that I'm creating with myself. So, I really need that social interaction. Whereas if it was just in a pool, I wouldn't be able to talk to myself as much,
You know which idea that I like though? That was, because it was geared to, never mind. We'll talk about it later because it was geared towards my clan. But it just made me think about the reason, because I'm in a German clan, so the time zones are really off. It's hard for me to get troops. That's what I find really difficult.
Yeah.
And what do you think about the idea? Because this was brought up that was kind of very similar. What would you think of the idea of having an internet, like a translator or something within the game? So for international clans, where you're, especially within our leagues, where we have people from all over the world, that we can easily communicate. What do you think about something like that?
That'd be cool. I would like that.
Yeah, no, that'd be awesome.
I don't know how easy that would be to implement.
Yeah,
but
I think it'd be hard for them, but
you pull up a web page in Google Chrome, you click that translate button. So
Discord has a bot. Discord has a bot that you just click it, you put the flag on it, you put like an emoji flag, and then it translates it for you. So, and you're talking about like getting players connected and keeping that team spirit. Well, imagine, being able to do that with more players around the world. Good work.
I think it would be good.
No, I think that's a good idea. Very good.
It's important to Lady B, so it's a good idea. It's like the 5th time I've heard her say how important that one is to her.
No, I think it is a good idea because I cover a lot of the French leagues and things as well. Shout out to me, and I've happily covered some of their leagues. And when I joined the clan, I can't speak to any of them. Basically, there's it's very broken discussions. So, that would definitely help out.
Yeah. And honestly, I've had to boot good members because we couldn't communicate with them. I couldn't tell them what my expectations were, what they needed to do in the war, and I've had to kick out good players just because we couldn't communicate with them. So it would help in that aspect,
Mm-hmm. Good point. We had Sam with another question. The current meta is one of the most exciting in recent memory. What's the exciting attack strats that you're seeing, farming or war, as creators? Not just the most OP, just the most exciting.
I think the Electro Dragons are quite exciting. You see them quite a lot. Just because they're new, probably more than anything else.
I'm on
but
the
I do
fence.
see them.
Are Electro Dragons exciting, or is it because they're new? Like I've been on that fence, and I can't decide. I've really been enjoying some of the Town Hall 12 Lalo stuff. A lot of like some of the stuff you've been covering, Judo. Like balloons are one of my favorite troops and one of my favorite strategies. So I've really been enjoying those on the higher Town Halls personally.
Yeah, I think it is. Whatever's new is exciting. Falcon, when it came out, that was exciting. And now Bash.
But Falcon wasn't super new. Falcon is just basically a modified Grundinator. Just most people didn't know about the Grundinator.
But everything is just a modification of something, unless if it's with
absolutely.
a new troop.
You guys just give it new cute names and hype it up.
Yeah, basically, I see Judo put out a strategy. I just rename it, make a different thumbnail, and I have a new strat.
Added one Hog Rider. Oh, this is a whole new strat.
Yeah, sure is. Back end Hog Rider. What?
Back end one Hog Rider.
Mind
Clean up
blown.
those corner Teslas.
What I like seeing, but I'm seeing it in like Town Hall 9, which is really nice. I'd like to start seeing this maybe in 10 because you see a lot of Town Hall 9 strategies that develop up to 10. Maybe it's something we can all try and play around with and do some research and see if it will work. But the fire starter with a dragon starting off and then the hogs. Town Hall 9, I'm seeing Electro Dragons being used in the CC with some dragons for the start, then going in with the hogs. Kind of cool. I don't know, with the Infernos, it might not work out so well, but could be something to look into. I don't know. And I also like seeing it's not like full strategy, but I like seeing the use of the Zeppelin to drop in loons, to just sweep in loons, get through and rage it in a corner of a base. You see it a lot in Town Hall 11 and even 12 to knock out an Inferno in like a little corner area. But that's kind of like the exciting thing that I like seeing. Every time I see that, I'm like, wow, that's
something
so
new.
Cool.
I've been seeing that is really exciting to me is the Zeppelin coming in and dropping balloons or Valks on that level 5 Town Hall 12 and taking it out before anything else gets to it. I like that.
Yeah, it's cool. I think the queen chargers can be helped a lot with that as well. We've seen some dominant queen chargers. If there's a small section of the base that would normally be troublesome, they just bring that Zeppelin in and crush that area with balloons as the queen's over there. So it does make for some nice queen charge attacks.
Absolutely. It's nice seeing the people that know what they're doing get creative with these strategies. I'm like, how do you do that?
Champman Gaming's asking, to all of you, if you had to marry one troop, which would it be and why? We've covered this before.
Yeah.
I gotta think hard about that.
I think I've heard this one on a few times. I don't think it was when I was on. If I had to marry one troop, definitely not the queen. She can never make up her mind. Witches are popping out too many babies. I can't handle that.
You've thought about this.
He's been ready.
Sometimes, when you're putting out that content, man, you see these troops and you're like, can I deal with that in my life?
I'm going to their player picture cards.
Valks seem okay. Thick through the trunk, you know what I mean? Archers, man. Maybe the Hog Rider, he comes with a pet.
Comes with a pet? That's just disgusting.
I didn't mean to be with a pet. You have a pet hog? Come on. Echo. Oh, my goodness. Oh, man. We gotta go Valk.
I'd probably say the Warbreaker, just get that over with.
The healers?
No,
man. The healers see something that looks better, they're gonna leave you, champ. You can't go with the healer, man. They'll just
No, I
leave
said
you
the
in a
wall
heartbeat.
breakers.
No, not
I
you,
said
champ.
breakers.
Oh, why'd you go wall breakers?
Oh, right. Yeah, because then they're done. See you later.
Oh, so you're there for the quick pop and then you're done, huh, Judah?
Quick fix.
Here it goes.
Oh, boy.
All right, guys. Thanks for coming to the show.
Time out.
I'm kidding.
I know you want to go, but lady,
Just joking. No, I'm just kidding. I have 2 more questions sitting here I want to get to.
I didn't answer, Echo.
Oh, sorry.
You didn't answer either.
I don't have an answer. I really don't have an answer that's good for that one. So.
I don't. It is a really tough choice. I'd probably have to go with the Giants just because they're kind of like the Night's Watch.
Bash.
Big.
Whoa. Settle down there.
Have you seen Bash's Twitter picture?
Oh, I have. I don't know. I gotta go with the Night's Watch Giants though.
Echo, you can't BS us, bro. We need a real answer here.
Yeah.
I'd say the Valkyrie, but I don't have a good reason for it. So.
Just say she's thick or something. People like that. Oh man, you sure you want to bring me on as a co-host?
No, I'm rethinking it right now. Klaus did want to come on today too.
Open spots now for.
Hey guys, there's a job posting in the Clash community.
That's true, Sam.
Applications.
All right, we got a question, and this is a cool question. How many more years do we think Clash of Clans is going to survive? It was a time, maybe 3-4 months ago, everyone was saying Clash is dying. Basically, those are the people that decide to move on to a different game. They're a Clasher. It's a hard question for him to ask, but what do you guys think? What do you think?
I'm sorry, I just saw the Hodor comment.
And I will say about Clash dying, it's still much more alive than 95% of any other mobile game that's out there, which is pretty funny. So, and I don't have much of that in the comments section of my YouTube channel, but when I do, I feel like screaming at people. But, if you jump on Google Trends and you compare it to other games that are on mobile, there are not many that are more popular and more searched than Clash of Clans.
Right.
And it's a 6-year-old game.
And we kind of talked about that earlier. Not necessarily talked about it, but the momentum the game has right now with the Town Hall 12 update is massive. I think if they keep with positive updates that the community kind of wants, I mean, the sky's the limit, really. I'm not saying it's going to go on forever, but there are games similar to this that go on that people just love to play because they are a good game and they just keep building on a good thing. If we get more Builder Hall stuff, however, or something similar to Builder Hall that's a complete flop, I don't think it would kill it. I think it would people would lose interest.
Do you have a game that you would that you have as an example that is old and just continues to build on itself and maintain?
Well, I mean, I still go and watch Diablo 2 streams, which I used to play.
That was my answer.
School.
Nice.
I still go watch the streams for Diablo 2. I was even playing it recently, and that game has been around since early 2000s?
Yeah.
Something like that?
Spiral just says another one too.
Like crazy.
RuneScape?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Also, World of Warcraft people are still big into.
League of Legends?
Hearthstone.
Yeah. Right, they've been
Those-
along. Yeah, exactly. So
I was talking with a
Hearthstone.
friend. Maple Story's
Been
a
on for a
big
while.
one that's getting another, Yeah, there's a lot of games that if you do it right and the fan base is there, which, let's be honest, the fan base is here for this game. We
Of
have
course.
there's a reason the game does so well. We have a dedicated fan base. Yeah, as long as they don't really screw the pooch. And I think they could get away with something bad, just not something massive as
They already did.
Overhaul again.
they
Right.
did get away
I
with
think that was the
something.
big one. I think that was the
Yeah.
big one.
Exactly.
But I mean, I don't see an end in sight. I know people have
Minecraft.
referenced the 10-year plan, but I wouldn't even. I would expect it to even go longer than that with the current momentum. Year 6 is looking good, boys.
It is
And
looking
girl.
good.
Sorry, Lady B. I always say boys.
That's okay. I call everybody guys, and then I realize that there's girls in my clan, and I'm
I
like,
do that
oh, wait,
too.
they might get
People like-
offended.
There's girls here. It's just.
I
hey,
don't care.
How's everyone
I'm-
doing?
I am one of the guys. It's cool.
I don't even really, whatever. All right, Echo, you got questions of mine. Go ahead.
I'm reading them in the chat right now.
Oh, I thought you had some in mind.
I do have another one, but I don't feel like copy pasting anymore. Zishan asks if you all want to see a permanent troop or spell in the game from a social clash event, mainly around Christmas. Which would it be, and what would we go for? So, is there a troop that we'd want to come permanently to the game or spell?
Giant Skelly. I'm on the Giant Skelly bandwagon.
Did you say for Christmas?
Like
Well,
one
he
of
was
the
using that as an
seasonal troops.
example.
Oh, okay.
It was-
just
so
discussing
what?
that.
There was Battle Ram, Giant Skeleton, Ice Wizard, or some of the other ones.
Giant Skelly was cool.
Pumpkin Barbs.
Yeah, I think Giant Skelly was probably.
I like Ice Wizard too.
One, I
but
did like the Ice Wizards, but I think the Giant
There were two.
Skeleton you could get a bit more creative with. But I do like that there's temporary troops that we can look forward to them coming back. I think it would just be if they decide to replace them with new temporary troops and then make them ones permanent. Because I do like the idea of having troops that come and go.
yeah,
It's exciting.
I felt like Giant Skeleton had a ton of potential. Honestly, I thought that would be a really cool troop in the game.
Isn't it really
Okay.
similar to the Super P.E.K.K.A. though? Like same type thing. Doesn't have as much
Yeah.
DPS, but
That's that other thing.
I know it's on the other side of the water, but still, just a different skin on the
that's the way
same.
they
Yeah,
could've-
it is similar to the Super
That's the
P.E.K.K.A.
way they could get away with bringing Super P.E.K.K.A. to the main village without having a Super P.E.K.K.A. in the main village. Because it seems like they don't want to cross streams too much.
Hmm.
I don't know. Just thinking.
I want like a dark witch because I refuse
Like-
to do anything in the Builder Hall base. Don't hate me because I'm saying witches. I know. Shush.
So like a Night
Controversial.
Witch with the
Yeah,
bats.
Yeah.
That could be so.
Shrink Trap. Oh my god, I forgot about the Shrink Trap. That Shrink
Shrink
Trap
Trap
was
was cool.
dirty. That came out when I was doing my
yeah.
Town
Oh, yeah,
Hall
I do
8
remember
push.
that.
Oh, that came out during like CWL, and people were going berserk.
Oh
on
my
that.
god. Yeah, that thing came out
Yeah,
during
it
my
was
Town Hall
the
8 push and almost ruined
birthday
my
event
life.
last year.
Freeze
That was a
trap, I
fun
forgot
one.
about the trap. Santa spell. Freeze
I
trap
never
was cool.
used that Santa
I
spell.
thought freeze trap would honestly be practical. I think freeze trap would still be super practical these days.
Ooh,
I
what do you think?
like that one.
What do you think about a pitfall? That was suggested in some of the comments. Is like a pitfall spell where it like knocks your troops into a hole and they can't get out for a certain amount of time, and then they have to like it just slows them down. Or I think Echo, when we discussed it, you said sand trap
Yeah, I
Oh,
did.
or
sand
like
trap.
quicksand
Mm-hmm.
that they get.
Yeah, I
stuck
think
in.
someone had that on the forums like quite a while ago and had like a good little diagram of it and everything. I think it's a pretty cool idea.
I've been harping since before Town Hall 12. More troops, more spells, and I would love to see more of any of that, honestly.
I mean, that's what makes us excited about the game is the new troops. I mean, we're talking about strategies that we're excited about. It's the ones that have new troops in them.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's the way to keep people excited. The
The
best way.
winged miner. Oh my goodness. What?
Winged. I love that idea. The winged miner. They
What?
can go over or under.
Oh
OP.
my- It just like goes up and then down. Oh man.
You guys have any
Hold on,
more
does it get,
questions?
like,
Or
a Mario hat? I think we're about at that time. You said you want to keep it about an hour. I think we're about
yeah,
at
I
that
think
time.
we are
Yeah.
too. So, you guys have anything that you'd like to touch on before I start closing up shop? Question wise?
Oh,
No, not really.
Oh, I have a question
I
for you,
just-
Lady B.
Uh-oh.
So as I'm watching, no one can see it on the stream because of how the cam is placed, but I'm watching you and the other two guys can see it too with that, how your iPad is mounted. Doesn't it get
Yeah.
super annoying that every time you touch it, it bounces around all over the place? Like that seems like it would really bother me.
Can I bring? Let me see if I can
Yeah.
see this. Oh, I'm gonna pull it. I have to be careful when I attack. You know, it's the biggest problem is I've found that I have to move my mic out of the way, to get it there, like so I'm not like in the way. But yeah, I guess
It bounces.
it bounces. It's a little bouncy, so I have to hold it. So you ask why I don't attack with two fingers. This is why I attack terribly when okay. I'm sorry. Don't ask me questions if you don't want to hear the
This
whole
is pretty.
answer.
I was ready to close the show. This is more
When
than
Oh no,
I expected.
I've seen those mounts and I've wondered about that, like how.
It's not good
BBXH
for-
has one also, and I wonder the same thing when she plays Royale. It's bouncing all over the place.
It is not good for attacking on. This is probably why I fail my attacks all the time because I can't do proper hand placement because I have to
Excuses.
hold it. I'm telling you, I do better when I'm not streaming and I'm sitting down like crisscross applesauce and I've got my iPad in my lap and I can hold on and like get my fingers planted right on the iPad. Even my tiny mutant pinkies. But maybe not enough to do my tiny mutant pinkies, which is apparently why I can't lollo. So yeah, but I like it. I like it for streaming because it keeps things out of the way.
Yeah, it is
But
nice that it keeps it out of the way.
I have a
Yeah.
Dr. Octopus set up because I have two, and it's like these like big cords, and I've got I've got my mic stand, so it gets to be a lot in your face, but it
Well,
works.
since you're on a roll, is there anything you'd like to say before we close up shop, Lady B? Any shout outs you want to give again, or anything else you want to say?
I
in
gave my
addition?
shout outs earlier. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna do it again. Shout out to 11 Original. I'm so excited. Shout out to Guantanamo Bay. Shout out to Bye Forever and Jay Off. Hi, Dr. Sam. Guess what? We're gonna be hanging out. I'll have a few more shout outs coming up soon, but I'm gonna keep it with that for now. And
Judo,
go
it's up to you,
CWL.
brother.
Yeah, well, thanks for having me on again, Echo. It's always a good time. Like I was saying, I know we're talking about Clan War Leagues. I just hope it's accessible, so that even the casual players can benefit from the update.
I agree.
Absolutely.
I hope so. I think it's going to be, honestly, after talking with you guys, it kind of came to me that I do think it's going to be more towards the casual players, to be honest.
It makes
Bringing
sense.
them something that they don't have rather than giving us something in-game that we already have. We'll see
Yeah.
if that prediction's on point or not. Bash, it's on you, brother.
Hey, Echo, I'm honestly just looking forward to working with you and being part of the spring trip and kind of bringing a new dynamic to it. And shout out to Bash Nation for coming out tonight. I saw a lot of my guys that are either in my clans or watch my streams. I saw a lot of familiar names, so I appreciate you guys coming over and showing the love tonight. It really means a lot to have that support throughout. So Shout out to Bash Nation. Shout out to you guys for hanging out tonight. I mean, it was fun hanging out with you three. It was great times, fun questions.
Yep.
So looking forward to more of it, honestly.
They get more exciting than we had tonight. It was a pretty low key stream, to be honest. Pretty much mostly Clash questions this stream, but
Yeah, absolutely.
it gets a little wild sometimes, which is part of the fun. But thank you everyone who came out. I appreciate you guys coming through. I am really excited about the new format of the show, getting to hang out with you guys more often. The Spring Trap is going to be not always on the same days sometimes, guys. We're going to kind of get it in when we can. Bash is available most of the time on Sundays, so that's probably when it's going to primarily be, but just always keep an eye on our Twitters, letting you guys know when the next episode is going to come. I think the next episode will be coming this Friday, which is only 5 days away from now. But we're going to have to see. You never know. The chat was on fire today. Thank you guys all so much for your questions. Thank you everybody for coming out and showing support to everyone that was here on the show, as well as to the trap itself. Guys, I'll see all of you guys later on. Thank you very much, and until then, be good.
Bye!
Bye, guys.